Good morning. Good morning, everybody. There we go. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to the River Road Unitarian Universalist Congregation. I'm Reverend Karen Rasmussen, your affiliate community minister. If this is your first time here in person, we welcome you here today. We hope you will stop by the welcome table so we can get to know you and help you to get connected. For those watching live on YouTube, please feel free to join in the chat with our online host. If you are watching this at a later date and have questions, please visit our website to learn how to connect with us. Lots of good stuff on the website. This morning in the sanctuary, right after worship, the Educating for Change Racial Justice Team is offering an interactive session led by Reverend Connie on microaggressions. In these charged times, it is important that we are equipped with the tools to recognize and interrupt microaggressions when we experience them. This is the last day to become a member of the River Road so that you can be eligible to vote at the annual meeting on June 1st. If you would like to sign the membership book, see Reverend Connie or myself right after the service. We have the book right up here. Family RE Brunch is April 6th at 11:30 to 12:30. The location is in the fireside room. This has turned out to be a very popular event. We hope you can join us. Details for all of our programs and upcoming events can be found where? On the website at rruuc.org.
We begin our time together by lighting our chalice, the chosen symbol of our faith, with these words by Vance Bass.
Every day brings struggle, every day brings joy. Every day brings us the opportunity to ease the struggle of another, to be the joy in another's life. May this flame remind us to carry our light to each other and to the world.
Safety first. Thank you. Please rise now in body or spirit as you are willing and able, and it will be your turn to sing. Let's sing "This Land is Our Land." No fair dancing making the minister laugh.
Good morning. I'm Laura Piervincenzi, Associate Director of Religious Education. Tomorrow, March 31st, is International Transgender Day of Visibility. The purpose of this day is to celebrate the joy and resilience of transgender, non-binary, and gender-expansive people by elevating their stories and experiences. By a general estimate, there are 3.3 million transgender adults across the United States. Trans, non-binary, and gender-expansive youth and adults are a part of every community. They are parents and family members. They are our coworkers, our neighbors, and our friends, and they represent all racial and ethnic backgrounds, as well as all faith traditions. For our prophetic voices today, I'm happy to share a video created by Human Rights Campaign that gives us a peek into the life of a typical teenager named Daniel.
What do you think about Pablo Honey?
This is gonna make me sound like I'm not a Radiohead fan, but Pablo Honey is their worst album of all time.
It's their worst album, but it's a good album.
All right, Daniel, we're coming up to a yield sign. What do we do when we hit the yield?
I'm totally fine with all the street signs because I already got that. I'm locked in on that. But it's like parallel parking that's hard.
I think, look, parallel parking is hard for everyone, but I really feel like you've got this, and so don't overthink it. Be careful, but don't overthink it.
Okay, I can do that.
You can put the car in park and shut the engine off, please. Well, you can try again soon, bud.
All right. I got cooked.
Like cooked or like burnt?
Burnt.
Ooh.
I completely failed the des. Now I can't go nowhere. Now I can't go to my little jam sessions.
Do you want to talk about it?
It was so bad. It was so bad. You don't
It's okay.
understand.
I honestly think that if you practice and just don't think about it too much when you're actually doing it, I think you'll be good.
I don't know, Ken.
If my mama can parallel park, which she can barely do, then you can do it too.
Okay.
I believe in you, goat.
Pack my bags and stumble to my home. Maybe I will call you on my phone, but now my mind's a quarry and a drum. I'm sorry. Drops a little knapsack over them, but I'll be right behind.
That's good, bro.
Hey, Dad. For the actual like license, or like the actual driver's license photo,
Yeah.
do you think you could teach me how to shave these off?
Yeah, absolutely. I can teach you how to do it. But I thought you liked facial hair.
I mean, like it's fun, but only the mustache is fun. The rest of this is like kind of look crazy looking. I don't want to look good for the actual driver's license.
Yeah, I totally get that. You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to also shave my mustache. I guess because I wanted to look like my dad's. And but I used to shave it all the time because the myth goes that if you shave a lot, it would grow. And so like when you're a kid, you're like shaving it all the time, trying to get it to grow. So my mom saw me shaving my mustache, and she was like, "Oh, I remember your dad doing that."
Oh my gosh, it came full circle or whatever.
It came full circle. You know, it's just something that makes some of us feel very comfortable.
I feel like it does a lot.
It does a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Get some little bit of water in your hands and just wet it a little bit. There we go.
Wow.
Mix it in your hands. Watch how I do it, look. And then I'm gonna use my ear, but I'll show you that right now. Look, go down like that. Okay. 2 or 3, 4 passes, and then rinse it, because you don't want to accumulate hair, because then it's not gonna cut anymore. You got this, king.
Oh gosh, this is so crazy. Like this?
It's like smooth, huh?
Smooth like a baby's butt.
There we go. And if you want to clean up around your mustache, remember, just you can go like this. You look good. There you go.
Oh, look at me.
Oh, you got some in your ear.
I know. This driver's license photo is gonna be heat. It's gonna look so good.
I'm glad.
Are you so excited?
Yes, you should have seen me. I got like right in the lines. Perfectly.
You have 2 names here.
We
Can
gave
tell-
you the correct information.
That's okay. What were you gonna say?
Can you confirm which name you use?
Daniel.
Daniel really suits you.
Thank you.
Won't you leave it at the door?
Daniel's story is one of visibility, of being seen for who he is, of really being seen. Isn't that all any of us ever wants in life? To be seen as individuals, to be appreciated just for us. I'm going to challenge you this morning. I'm going to challenge you to look at the person next to you, the person around you, pick a person, and see them, and tell them, don't get ahead of me. Tell them what you see. I see your pretty smile. I see your blue eyes. I see the flowers on your shirt. I see that smile with the missing tooth. I see your beautiful gray hair. I see your wariness, wondering, what is she gonna say to me? I see your sparkly earrings and your kind eyes. I see those hands moving, ready for the next piece. Turn to someone next to you and tell them, what do you see? What do you see? Just what do you see?
A nice purple font like this, and I see a smiling face that I look forward to every Sunday.
I see love in your eyes. Good morning, David. My mic. Okay, no other conversations. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Come back. Without saying anything else, turn again and look at that person and say, I see you. I see you. Really, really mean it. See one another in all of your uniqueness, your quirkiness, your orneriness. Yeah. All of what you are. You can look at another person and see flaws. You can see wrinkles. You can see that tiny little scar on my face where I should have listened to my mother when she said, don't play with the dog's food while she's eating. Yeah, you have one of those too, yeah. Little bite marks right there. You will see age lines and wisdom lines. You will see love. You will see friends. But don't ever forget the power of being seen. As wonderful as it made you feel to have someone say, I see you. Share that when you're out and about. Look at people you encounter during the day, people that you're talking to, and really see them. No one should be invisible. No one should be invisible. Ready for them to go? Okay, youth, teachers, folks that have some place to be. It is that time. We send you off to your lessons. And I think some of you have a field trip today. Have fun. I see all of you. This morning, we come together looking for that moment of solace, that place of comfort, that place where we can be seen and loved and feel comfortable. That place that can be like home to us in the midst of a world that seems, I don't know, I'm running out of adjectives for it, right? Earthquakes and fires and floods, storms of all types, and then disasters of our own making. Sometimes the toll that we inflict upon one another as human beings is worse than anything that Mother Nature can do to us. So we often come to these spaces feeling beaten down, feeling empty, feeling hungry, looking for something, searching for something. And so this morning, I want to share with you, I'm going to adapt some words written by Sharon Wiley that she calls wholeness. We speak so often of brokenness in our religious life. Today, let us talk about wholeness. You are welcome here, all of you, every part of you, beautiful just the way you are. Here, you do not need to be something more or something less. No holding back, no hiding, no exerting yourself, no trying to do more or be more. You have inherent worth and dignity. There's nothing to prove here. Nothing to prove to me or to the person sitting next to you or to the children or to anyone. You don't have to try to be more witty or more quiet or more outgoing. You are beautiful. Every part of you just the way you are. And you don't need to change any part of yourself to be welcome here. Your skin, your hair, your belly, your limbs, your face, all beautiful, just the way they are. You are extraordinary. Each and every one of you, different from each and beautiful in your own beautiful way. Breathtaking. You are simply breathtaking. Into this time of reflection and reverence, I invite you to name the things and the people that are on your hearts. You can call them out. You can whisper them silently. The invitation is open. For those we have named, for those whose names we do not know, and those whose names are carefully guarded in our hearts, let us now pause for a moment of silence, after which we will sing, "How Could Anyone?"
In support of our congregation and the community beyond, it is time for our morning offering. To learn more about why we give and the programs that we support or how to give online, please visit our website at rruuc.org. If you'd like to give by phone, the text to give number is 73256. Again, that number is 73256. Type RRUUC and the amount that you would like to give. We are mindful of the fact that we draw water from wells that we did not dig and pick fruit from trees that we did not plant. This is as it should be, so long as we dig and plant for those who come after. If this is your first time visiting, please feel free to let the plate pass you by. Your presence is gift enough indeed. Our offering will now be gratefully received, and thank you for sharing your time and your talents and your treasure. Our reading this morning is from the Reverend Julian Jamaica Soto. I cannot prove to you that I am a person, but you can hold my hand cool and dry while we pray, or just breathe ragged breaths catching on our aching ribs. I cannot prove to you that brown skin is holy, that black skin is sacred, but you know it, luminous and irrepressible, the tabernacle of your own liberation. I cannot even prove to you that every queer body, every trans and ENBY body, every ace and bisexual body sings back to the universe its immense generative power of yes. I cannot prove to you with certainty what a disabled body holds is a story of wisdom beyond perfection, like a red sun emerging from a cloud of dust. So the answers that I have for a country hacking up a death rattle and a democracy with a wheezing, waxy paler, it's about our courage to love, our desperation not only for survival, but also to trend above the worst of our collective nature and to get each other free, unashamed that there will be a day when we are willing to risk looking foolish to simply stay together, and to stay alive. I cannot prove to you that I am, that we are human.
want to share with you an excerpt from Tales of the Invisible Woman by Jessica York. It's from the anthology Seeds of a New Way. I am with my peeps, fellow UU religious educators. We're in a workshop that features a panel discussing our anti-racism work. I know many of the fellow religious educators in this room because I've worked among them for years. I served as the religious education trustee on the Mid-South District Board. I served on the Laredo Integrity Team. I represented Laredo, which is the Liberal Religious Educators Association, at a couple of UUA functions. I trained to facilitate OWL, and then I became a trainer myself. I trained in the Chrysalis program to support youth leadership. Sometimes I was invited into my role not just because of my experience, my interest and knowledge, but also to help center the leadership of religious educators of color. I understand this as a role I can choose to accept or not. This is the history I hold as I settle into the front seat of the audience. The panel discussion starts. At one point, an esteemed leader of our faith, who I knew by reputation but had never met, says, "Look, let's get real. We want diversity, but that's not our reality. We need to know how to do this work with white folks. Look at this room right now. We are a room of only white folks." Here is that punched in the stomach feeling again. Really? I'm right here in the front row. I've been smiling and nodding. Has this leader really not noticed me? Before I can react, from the back of the small room, someone shouts loudly, "We are not all white in this room." The leader apologizes. I breathe. I wish this was an unusual story. I wish this was a story that doesn't happen over and over and over again in Unitarian Universalism and in the world. But the truth of the matter is, it's not an unusual story. Often we are invisible as people of color, as Black UUs. I told you the story of my psychological interview to be a UU minister, where the psychiatrist who was doing the test, this is required, the psychologist asked me specifically why I wanted to be part of a pale and dying denomination. Yeah. And I just looked at her, stunned that a Princeton psychiatrist had the audacity to ask me that question. That somehow, despite looking through my resume and the 124 pages of evaluations and essays and recommendations that I had to submit, that was the one thing she wanted to focus on. Me, my ministry became invisible in that moment. All that mattered was my skin. In many instances, I've walked into our congregations and not been seen, where people have said, "We're all white," and I'm like, no, we aren't all anything. Or where I come into a space and people will say to me, "Oh, I bet this isn't the kind of worship you're used to." And I'm thinking, no, our quiet little Presbyterian church, yeah. I don't come from a charismatic Black church, but people assume I do. or assuming that getting my MDiv was my first graduate degree, or that I am somehow not educated. And I think you really don't want to get into a degree counting pissing contest with me. You will lose. But sometimes it's because people commit these things called microaggressions. That's what they are. They are microaggressions. They are when we don't see people for who they really are. We don't bother to learn who they are. We make assumptions. And then our mouths start running. Or sometimes it's because of the way we were brought up, the era in which we were brought up. I've had people say to me, I didn't know any black people before I met you. I have had someone say that to me in a UU church. And what could I say? Well, now you know one. And it wasn't that that person was trying to be mean or ignorant or malicious. It was their truth. There is a saying in the law that you take your plaintiff as you find them. That's what I do as a UU minister. And my colleagues don't understand it, but it means that you take them as they are. So if a person has a bum shoulder and a bad knee and everything else, and you bump into them and their injuries are extreme, you take that plaintiff as you find them. Just because bumping into this other person wouldn't have caused that level of damage doesn't mean that's the way it's going to be with everybody. So I accept people I encounter as I find them. I take them at their word. I love them first until they show me otherwise. I lead with love. Now, we're in a time when not everybody is leading with love in the world, right? We're in a time where the incidents that we see rise above microaggressions and straight into macroaggressions and just downright unfathomable racial, transphobic, homophobic behavior. I think of the woman, the realtor in, I think she was in Indiana, who wrote on the receipt in a Mexican restaurant telling the person, I hope Trump deports you, and didn't leave a tip. Okay, now the funny part about this, to me, is if she really hates Mexican people that much, why was she in a Mexican restaurant in the first place? But that's another story. And she was called out on her behavior and lost her job, and the community supported the waiter. But the point of the story is that when people don't know any better, or maybe they do know better, they can behave in ways that are downright ugly. And this happens over and over and over again. I see it in congregations. I walked into one congregation and they asked us, how do we become more diverse? Would it help if we hung kente cloth on the walls? No. We're glad you're here. Now that we have a black minister, we'll get more black people in the congregation. No. A few came because they were curious about me. A minister might bring people in, but it's the congregation that keeps them. So what do we do now? What do we do when we see these things happening? Those of you who are on the board or who have worked with me in any group know that I talk about oops and ouch. Oops is when you say something or do something in a way that hurts another person. If I misgender someone, if someone tells me they like they pronouns and I say he or she, oops, I own it. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. They. And that's not wokeness run amok. I've had people tell me, I just can't use pronouns. It's just not grammatically correct. It doesn't matter what you think about grammar. If someone tells you that they prefer they, them pronouns, that's what you use. My name is Constance Marie Simon. You cannot decide to call me Catherine just because you don't like Constance. If I ask you to call me Reverend Connie, I hope and I trust that you will call me Reverend Connie or Rev C or RC because that's what I've asked you to call me. It's not always about what you want. That inherent worth and dignity of every person requires that we see people for who they are and address them the way they choose to be addressed. That we love them the way that maybe we would hope others would love us. We are called to do that right now in this society. To just start small. Start small. Start here. Start practicing with oops and ouch. Oops, I said something I didn't mean. I behaved in a way that wasn't appropriate. Oops, I'm sorry. And if you are on the receiving end of that, ouch. Ouch. When someone asked me once if they could touch my hair, which until before I came here was shoulder length. I had locks, I had long locks. Ouch. No, you may not touch my hair. May I touch yours? No. So oops and ouch. We're all due that amount of respect. And it's not just about race. It's not just about gender identity. It's about age. It's about family status. It's about sexual orientation. It's about class. It's about all of those things. And if you come to the microaggressions workshop, you'll see examples of all of these things. Don't assume that because someone has gray hair and is over the age of 70 that they're hard of hearing and they can't walk and they don't do activities. Some of you are way over 70 and you are way more active than I am. Right? Don't make assumptions. We want to make sure that as we move forward in this time, that we are treating everyone with dignity and respect. We all deserve that. We all deserve to be seen for who we are. We all deserve to be loved in whatever bodies we're in. We all deserve to have our inherent worth and dignity honored. Can you do that moving forward? Can you think about that? When you encounter someone, before that careless little biased thing comes out of your mouth, can you think about what we've said this morning? If you're walking down the street and you see a young black man coming the opposite way with a hoodie on, can you maybe not recoil? If you see some black person or Latino person or a person who's different in the congregation, can you not make a beeline for them and assume they're not a you? and that this must be different for them? Can we truly treat one another with love and respect? We have to start in here. We have to start here because it's really, really scary out there. Let's work on it in here so that we can go out there and spread love, so that we can be love, so that others can feel love and feel the warmth of our community radiating out, even when love and warmth don't seem to be coming from our government and from other places. Can we do that? I'm going to ask you for a commitment. Can you do that? Yes. Will you do that? Yes. Okay. Let's do it. Let's sing. I want to sing a song now. Cliff and I talk about music every week and what song kind of fits. And he said, "What mood do you want?" And we go back and forth, and I said, "I want." So we settled on "If I Had a Hammer." So please rise in body or spirit, and let's hammer out injustice. Hammer out racism. Hammer out invisibility. You ready? Let's go. Our Unitarian Universalist principles and values call us to live our values aloud, not alone, and encourage us to be open-minded, open-hearted spiritual communities, helping people lead lives of justice, love, learning, and hope. Here are some ways you can live your values in the coming weeks. Shelter Week starts today. Check your email to confirm the date and time to drop off your donation. There are still just a few empty slots in the sign up, so click the link in the e-weekly if you'd still like to participate. Save next Saturday, April 5th, for Spring Cleanup Day. Join the grounds committee from 10 to 12 to clean up our beautiful gardens, and then you may have other things you want to do on April 5th. The rain date is April 6th at 1 p.m. Gloves are suggested, but we'll have most of the tools here for you. Finally, are you interested in attending General Assembly, the annual national gathering of Unitarian Universalists, or perhaps serving as one of River Road's delegates? If you'd like to know more, please see the article in Thursday's e-weekly. If you have no clue what General Assembly is at all, you can click that same link. I made a video to tell you what it is. Thanks.
We close our time of worship together by extinguishing our chalice and reciting out loud together these words by Elizabeth Sedley Jones. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
I see you. I see all of you. May you all be seen and loved over this next week for the beautiful humans you are. Blessed be.